Today's video is all about Class 5 IMO Math Olympiad past paper questions. But we are not going to look into each and every one of the questions, just 3 of the unique BODMAS questions that seem to be tricky but damn easy to solve. Let's go. This is your first question. For those who want to try on your own, please pause the video right here to try. Others, please continue watching. Alright, this is a question that is found in the year 2013. What should be the number in the empty box below? So this is the empty box and we need to fill out with these options. We need to find which is the correct option. Alright. For these questions, let's try to go back from the answer. So the answer we have got is 432. So how we got this answer is when we multiply by 18, we don't know with what number, but we multiply by 18, you get 432. So to go back to find the number, what we do is we divide 432 by 18. We just do the opposite way. Fine. I'm trying to divide 432 by 18. Alright. So what times 18 is almost next to 43. So we have 2 times 18 is 36. Alright. So when you subtract 43 with 36, you have 7 and I bring the 2 down. And we know 4 times 18 is 72. Alright. And when I less the 72 with 72, I get 0. So when I divide 432 by 18, I get 24. So when I look in this question, 432 and then when you divide by 18, you have 24 here. So I'm going to mention this here. I have represented 24 like this, which means 24 times 18, you have 432. So as of now, we have solved this right half of the question. We need to go back to the left half and we need to find how we can get 24 from 1656. We know 1656 is a bigger number and 24 is a smaller number. So of course, we need to divide 1656 by some number so that you get a 24. So when you look at the options, all the almost 3 options have the divide symbol, but this doesn't have. So we can rule out option D. So option D can be ruled out. So we need to find out how we get this 24 when we divide, and we divide by what number, and that is going to be the answer. Alright, so to divide 1656 by some number to get 24, we need to find out what number it is. Is it either 24 or 32 or 69? So to get an approximate number, first we try to round off these numbers. Fine. So when you round 1656, it's rounded to 1600. Alright. So let me write that. So when I round 1656 to a rounded number, then it becomes 1600. Alright. And when I round this 24 to the nearest rounded digit, it becomes 20. So look at these two numbers. With what number we divide is exactly, it divides by 80, right? So 1600 divided by 80 is 20. So we are checking the answers. Which number falls approximately near to 80 is number 69. So let's try dividing 1656 by 69 and let's check whether we get the answer 24. Fine. This is how I represent the division 1656 divided by 69. But do you know that division is quite complicated when compared to multiplication? So let's try the other way around. Let's try to multiply 69 by 24 so that you get 1656. Alright. I have represented the multiplication like this and I'm going to multiply 69 and 24 now. In the first row, when I multiply 69 by 4, I get 276. And in the second row, when I multiply 69 by 20, I get 1380 and I'm going to add these two numbers. So when I add 6 and 0 is 6, 7 and 8 is 15, alright. And the 1 goes to the carryover, 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 and 3 is 6 and the 1 is left over. So 1656, I came up with the answer. So 1656 is here. So how we get 1656 is when you divide by 69, you get 24. So divide by 69 is the answer. I represented the answer like this. So divide by 69 is the answer. So now let's check the number sentence. So when you divide 1656 by 69, you get 24. And this can be seen like this. 69 times 24 is 1656, which we have done here. Alright. Now we have 24, and 24 times 18 is to 432. So which can be seen like this. 432 divided by 18 is 24, and this we have worked out here. So hence divide by 69 is the answer. Now let's move on to the next question. This is your second question. This is the question that was asked in the paper 2013. So we need to find P, Q, R and S, and we need to work out this calculation P plus Q times R minus S. For those who want to try on your own, pause the video right here to try. Others, please continue watching. Alright, this is basically a division, and 96 is dividing this number. Alright, so 96 is the divisor, and the answer that you have got is the quotient, which starts with 8, 9 and some digit. We need to find that S. Alright, so P is here. So how do you get this 7Q8? How do you get this number? We get this number when you multiply 96 with the first digit. Alright, so usually 96 times 8 is a number, and that is the number that you put in the first part of the division. Basically, we need to find what times 96 is a number that comes approximately to 855. Alright, so here we have the answer, that is 8. So 96 times 8 is a number that comes near to 855, and we need to find what is that number, since we know 8 is there. Alright, so this is what I have represented. So alright, Q is 6. So we substitute 6 instead of Q, and we try to subtract 855 and 768 so that we try to get whether we have the same answer here. Alright, so I'm going to subtract 855 by 768. I have tried to subtract 855 by 768, so I have got the answer 87. So 87 is same as found here in the question. Alright, so first we finish the first 3 digits. What we do after this part, we try to bring the 4th digit down. So 4th digit is unknown, which is P. But you can see next to 87, it is 3. So which means this digit has been come from the number. Alright, so P has been brought down next to this 87 to carry out the next part of the division. So the P should be 3. That's why 3 is there. So now we know that P is 3 and Q is 6. Alright, so now they have brought this P, which is 3, down. That's why it has become 873. And now we need to know what times 96 is closer to 873. And now we know that 9 is there in the answer. So we can assume that 96 times 9 is a number that becomes closer to 873. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to check what is that number. So I'm going to multiply 96 by 9. So when you multiply 96 by 9, you have 864. And this you can find in the question. Here you have a number that starts with 8, 6 and R. So which means the 4 is R, and R is equal to 4. I have found R, which is 4. Okay, so I'm going to use this 4 here, and I'm going to subtract 873 by 864. I'm going to check whether I have the answer 96. Alright, now here I have subtracted 873 by 864, and I get the answer 96, which is the same as found in the question. Alright, so now how we get to this part is when we multiply 96 by some number, you get 96. Alright, so that number should be, of course, 1. So which means S, the unknown here in the answer, is 1. So this is what I have represented. S is equal to 1. Now we have found all the unknown numbers, unknown letters. So we are going to find out this expression P plus Q times R minus S. So right now I have written and the expression here, and I have substituted the numbers correspondingly, and we have got this equation the expression which is 3 plus 6 times 4 minus 1. Now it's the time that comes the BODMAS rule. So how do we do the BODMAS? Is first we do the multiplication first. Alright, so we need to do 6 times 4 first, which is 24. So now we found 6 times 4 is 24. So we are doing the left out numbers, which is adding 3 and reducing 1, which is basically adding 2. So 24 plus 2 is 26, and that's the answer. So 26 is the answer, and here the option is B, 26, and that's the answer. The last question, which is one of the unique questions, and this question is asked in the year 2017. So for those who want to try, please try on your own. Others, please continue watching. Alright, let's read the question. They have given triangle times a circle times an unknown number is equal to 2880. And there is one more expression that says triangle times a circle is equal to 240. And 2 times triangle is equal to 32. So from this we can easily find the triangle, which is triangle is 32 divided by 2, which is 16. Already I have represented this triangle is equal to 16. Okay, so now what is the question is, we need to find the addition of these unknown terms, which is the triangle plus circle plus this unknown is what? Alright. So now we know triangle is 16, and we know triangle and the circle multiply together to give 240. So which we can use it here. So instead of this triangle and this circle here, instead of this we can put 240. So 240 times an unknown is equal to 2880. So from this we can easily find the unknown. Unknown is 2880 divided by 240. So to find the unknown, when you divide 2880 by 240, you cancel out the zeros, and 24 times 12 is 288. So the unknown here is 12. So I am going to represent this unknown to be 12. Since we found the unknown to be 12 and we found the triangle to be 16. So from this we can easily find the circle. So we are going to use this expression triangle times circle is equal to 240. Alright. So here we know the triangle, which is 16. So 16 times the circle is 240. So the circle will be 240 divided by 16. I have represented this 240 by 16. So I can use the 4 times table. 4 times 4 is 16, and here 6 times 4 is 24. Alright, and 60 by 4 you have, which is 15. So the circle is 15. So now we found all the unknown. The triangle is 16, circle is 15, and the unknown, the dash is 12. Alright, so now we need to add all the numbers so that we try to find the option, correct option. Alright, so this is how I represented the expression triangle and a circle and then unknown number. So when you add 16 and 15 and 12 together, you get 43, and that's the answer. So C is 43, and that's the answer.